Hi everyone, I'll just set this camera up. So, last year I bought a motorbike, an old motorbike, a classic. It's called a Yamaha RXS100. And a lot of the parts have been changed. So this, for example, this is the old thumb switch thing. It's plastic, it's broken, somebody's fiddled with it. It just needed replacing. However, I got the replacement and here it is. And the replacement is better because it's metal. It's the same thing pretty much, but it's metal. It's just better quality. And of course this one works, whereas the other one doesn't. However, when I got it, I went to connect it together and it had completely different connections. It had all these connections, which doesn't fit into my loom. So then I thought, well, how am I going to get this thing to work? I ended up getting the old harness bit off the old thumb switches and keeping them, because this connects to the harness, of course. It's a bit broken, as you can see, but it works. So I've got the new switch, but the old piece of harness from the thumb switches. And I'm going to show you in this video how to make this work, because of course the wiring is different and the connectors are different. So the first thing you'll need to do with your new one, oh, by the way, the reason why it's different is because the RXS100 I don't believe is made anymore, but there's a kind of brother model called the RX100, and that is still made in India, I believe. So this is actually an RX100 switch, which is a very, very, very similar motorcycle. Anyway, so you've got your old piece of harness from the old thumb switches. So snip the connectors off the end of your new one, unfortunately, and have them as bare wires, the same as your old piece of harness. And there are certain connections that are the same and there are some that are not. So this is what to do. Okay, I'm going to pick some of these out just to show you. So this blue one from the new switch, it's not used. I don't know what it's for, but it's not used. This one is very special. I'll come back to that one in a minute. Then we have certain wires here, like we've got pink, which is your horn. We've got black, which is the ground for the horn. We've got white, which is something that's used when you switch the lighting off. We've got green, which is to do with full beam, and we've got yellow, which is to do with the dipped light. So all these get connected together. There's brown and white, which I can't remember. There's green and brown, which I think are the indicators. Then we have yellow and red, which is plus 6 volts from the generator, which powers the lighting circuit. They get connected together. So far, even though the connectors are different, all of the coloring's the same. You've got yellow and white, which is to do with the voltage regulator. They get connected together. So this has taken me hours to research, believe it or not. Well, not research, but mess about. It's taken me hours to figure this out. So the blue and red, which I'm showing you here, this powers the meter light, the little pilot light, and the tail light. And if this isn't connected together properly, those things simply won't work. But the wiring inside this new switch is different. So there's the blue and red wire there from the new switch, and there's the red and blue wire here to the loom or the harness. If you connect them together, it won't work because the wiring's different. What you have to do, you have to wire the blue wire to the blue and red. I don't know why it's different, but basically this blue wire here is plus 6 volts in PO and on mode, which is what you want. So I don't know what's happened there with the blue and red, but if you leave that disconnected from the new switch and use blue instead, and connect that to the blue and red, you have your lighting working. And that's the end of this video. So that is basically how I've got the old RXS100 switch replaced with a new one, which has a different schematic, if you like, and had it working. Snip the connectors, join the wires. The brown wire isn't used, the blue and red wire isn't used, and you connect the blue wire to the harnesses blue and red, and then you should have a perfectly good working set of new thumb switches. Thanks for watching. Bye.